Hey, what's up? Another story. Still with Fields Corporation. I'm still working there. I'm taking care of VIPs in and out, like a lot of foreign people coming in, like artists and actors, because I've got cars now. I've got restaurants that people want to try out that they can't get into. So I'm like the go-to guy. Call Bachi, he'll set it up. So labels call me, studios are calling me, and this is how I'm expanding my network to what it is today. I remember I get a phone call, and this is probably going to be a big story for a lot of you guys. So I get a phone call, and it's this guy, and he's like, "Hey, is this Bachi? Hi, my name is whatever his name is. Let's say Tony. I was wondering if you could come to this hotel and meet me. I wanted to meet you and talk about some things." And I'm like, "Okay, not the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me." So yeah, I was like, "Yeah." So I jump in a car, I go over to the hotel, and I'm in the lobby, and I call him and say, "Hey, I'm downstairs." And this big security guy comes and gets me. He's like, "Are you Bachi?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Come with me." So we go to this elevator, and there's hotel staffs there, and the security guy shows him his little pass. So I let him. So there's only one elevator like dedicated for us, and the rest are for normal people. So we get on the elevator, but right when we get on, like these four kids jump on, and they're talking to security like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Blah blah blah." You know, British, Irish, Scottish kids. I don't know. They have accents. So we go up to the floor. We get off the floor. There's another hotel staff standing there checking to make sure who's getting off the elevator. When we get off, usually when we get off the elevator, you can make a right or left in the hotel, and you got your hallways, but those have been curtained off where you can't see or go. And so we go through a curtain, and the security takes me into this room, and there's this guy there, and he's like, "Oh, so you're Bachi?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I heard a lot about you. I heard, you're definitely a guy to know in Japan, if people need things, want to get around or whatever, you're the man." I'm like, "Oh, I try, trying to do what I can. What can I help you with?" And he was like, "Do you know of the group called One Direction?" I was like, "I know the name, but couldn't tell you if I saw him." And the security guy laughs. He's like, "Yeah, he has no clue. We were just in the elevator with him. He didn't even acknowledge him. They said what's up to him. I was like, 'Hey, what's up?' That was it." I was like, "Oh, that's them. That's One Direction." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So we're talking. He's like, "Yeah, the guys, they like to go out and eat. Do you know any good restaurants? They get like bombarded by fans, so they have to keep everything. We have to change up restaurants. We can't always go to the same place. We like to split it up here and there. You know, good places to eat. If they want to go shopping, there's places like, say, for example, say they want to go Adidas shopping. You know, do you know the people that can set it up so they can go in when there's not a million customers in there, things like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Just let me know." And he's like, "All right, well, tonight we're going to go to dinner. Why don't you join us and you can meet the guys?" So I'm like, "Okay, sure." So we go out to dinner, and I meet the guys. They're all nice guys. I mean, they're all, but they're superstars. And after that, we go to a little spot, a little venue, and just hang out for a couple drinks. And I had never seen it like this. And these venues we're going to, I've been to a million times, but I've never seen it to this level of people. Like the people waiting to get in, the young girls, and they block off half the place for just One Direction and their team, like their producers, the directors, the management, is bodyguards, security. Just one part of the venue is just for them, and the other part is for normal customers. Nobody's doing anything out there but just crowded in like a concert to see these guys, these kids. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen this before. I've been out with 100 different people. Never to this level have I ever seen anything like this. So I was like, this is different. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm pushing through the crowd. And of course, security is trying to escort me to the bathroom. And when I come back, I swear to God, I had like 32 phone numbers in my pocket. Just people putting phone numbers in my pocket. Maybe they thought I was part of the band. I don't know. I was pulling out handfuls of papers. It looked like confetti, and it was all phone numbers. And it was just like, wow. So I'm in there, and I'm talking to the guys and getting to know them. Great kids, just cool, down to earth. And then the next night, same thing. I take them to one of our restaurants that the company owned. It's like a really high end, like Italian. They have steaks, Kobe steaks. They had all this pasta. I take them to this restaurant. I think it was I know it was Zane and maybe Liam, one of the two. I have a picture. You guys can look. I can't remember exactly who it was. And it was five of them, right? I think it's five, yeah. And but I was with two of them at that time. So I'm getting to know him better now because we're kind of to a private. We're not with everybody. It's just the people they're close to, their own personal bodyguards. Each member had their own personal bodyguard. And then, their little team of people to help them and protect them. So we're there, we're eating, we're talking, we're just getting to know and stuff like this. And I'm gonna tell you about Zane, because Zane is probably the one I got the closest to. And maybe I shouldn't say too much about it, but Zane, we had some long conversations, deep. Like, he is totally 100% not what you would expect. He is he loves animals, and he's like charity and giving back. I mean, he's really into that. And we were talking, and he was talking about like these animal, what do you call it? What is it? Animal protection places in like Africa where they get the animals like the rhinos and stuff. And I can't think of the word. Sorry, it's just a brain fart. And he was telling me about these ones that he had read about and he really wanted to visit, and like how many whatever black rhinos are left in the world, and how our kids will never get to even see one alive, kind of thing. And he's seriously like into this life of wanting to help these animals. And it was like, I would love to take like 6 months and just one of these, not reserves, but animal places, and just work with the animals and try to help them out and take care of them. And I'm just listening to him, I'm like, wow, just not what I was expecting. And we talked about this kind of stuff for a long time. I mean, we were dinner when we were talking, and then we went to the after spot for a few drinks, a few Red Bull, and he wasn't even, I don't even think he drank really. The rest of the guys, they're all doing their things and having fun. And I never seen any of them really like drink. I think it was more the staff would drink more than anything, but those guys were just kind of like enjoying themselves. And I didn't talk to most of the other guys. I think it was just Liam and Zane was probably the two I really got close to. And I really like Zane. We talked, and then he was talking to me, and of course we went over some things. He asked me about American issues and stuff, and I told him my opinion, and he was surprised at my opinion on some certain topics. I don't want to go into it because you know how that is. Somebody will be mad about my opinion. And he asked me about this, what do you think of this? And I was like, yeah, I don't really agree with that. I don't think that's really right. And then he was like, well, I always thought Americans felt like, they were never wrong at any time. I was like, look, I was in the military. I can't agree with everything that we did. It was just part of the job. So he liked me because I was not what he expected, I guess, as an American. And then he was not what I expected at all. And we got along good. We had a great time. We just talked, and he's definitely somebody I wish I could meet up with again if I ever had an opportunity, just to see how he's doing. Just ask him, what's up? How you doing? How's everything? How's your life? And it was a fun couple nights. And I mean, I hung out with them a few nights on the trip here in Tokyo. I think they were here a week, and I was probably with them 4 or 5 nights. And I remember they asked me, they were like, Bachi, you haven't came to the show yet. And we only have one more show left. And I was like, yeah. I've been busy, and I didn't want to bother you guys for tickets. You know how it is. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Next time. They're like, no. Come to the show tomorrow. We'll get you some good tickets. And I'm like, I mean, nothing against One Direction. Their artists are great, but they have their fan base. But concerts aren't my thing. It's just not fun for me. And they were like, yeah, bring your daughter. And I know my daughter is a huge fan of One Direction. Like when she hears them on the TV commercial that they were doing, the cell phone commercial, she would start dancing. And she sees the posters in the train station, she'd give them a hug. I knew she loved them. So I called my ex-wife. I was like, hey, can I take Ayana to the One Direction concert? And she's like, yeah, of course, she would love that. So usually when you get tickets from an artist, they're guest tickets. And hold on the camera. So they're guest tickets, and the seating is in the same area. It's kind of like not nosebleeds, but it's the side. It's for family and friends, so they keep them a little out of the way. They're not the good seats. They're just the seats that you get a good view of. They're not horrible, but they're not great because people pay for the great seats. So I'm like, okay, this is the plan. I'll go. We'll stay for a few songs. I'll take some pictures. Let my daughter see it. Get some pictures with that. we'll fade out. No problem. Get to the venue, tell them my name. They're like, oh, Bachi, yeah, your ticket's right here. We'll escort you. I'm like, it's fine, I'll figure it out. They're like, no. They walk me to the front row, like right there, to the stage, next to the stage. I can't leave now. I can't fade out. I'm right in front of the stage. I'm like, man. Yeah, I appreciate it because I'm sure those tickets were amazingly expensive, especially One Direction. So we're sitting there, and my daughter, she's still young, and she's trying to play. And then a K1 fighter comes in, which is a famous fighter like UFC, and he's like, oh, Bachi. So I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Stand up, shake his hand. So the people around me are like, you know him. Who are you? Are you someone? I was like, no, I'm just. And one of them had like this One Direction watch on. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Where'd you get that? Just trying to make conversation because I'm surrounded by just girls, like moms and their daughters. And it's funny because the people next to us, it was the daughter is like, it's my birthday. Can I have something? Her sister was like, I love you. And then the mom had a sign that said, please marry one of my daughters. So, what are you going to do? So, and they actually were mixed as well. So my daughter was talking to them and they were getting along and the mom was asking me questions and we got along good. And I asked about the watch and they're like, didn't you get one with these seats? These are VIP seats. I was like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it's in the car. I didn't even think about it. I don't want to tell them we got these seats for free because I'm sure they paid a lot. So we're sitting there and now the security's coming. Hey, Bachi, thanks for coming. They're going to be happy you're here. And now all these people keep coming up and greeting me. And I'm like, oh my God. Now these people are like, who are you? Who are you? So the show starts. And as the show starts, every time the guys come out, they wave to my daughter. Harry gave her a shirt, like he gave her a shirt as a gift. That was on the big Jumbotron all over Twitter and everything like that. One of the 5 days of summer gave her a guitar pick or something when they were doing their opening act. And each time these guys come out, they're waving at her, blowing kisses. So now everybody wants to know who she is and who I am. And it's making things awkward. And, they're just loving my daughter. And she actually wanted to go home. We were at like mid-show. And she was like, can we go now? She was bored. So I was like, we can't leave. And I'm mad because the only reason I'm here is because of her anyway. So they give her the pick, the guitar pick. And then one of the One Direction's guys give her, the 5 days of summer, give her the guitar pick. And then one of the Direction guys give her a pick or something too, And hold on. So the girl next to her that was holding up the sign, it's my birthday. And, my daughter doesn't know what this thing is. It's a guitar pick, and she's got a T-shirt from Harry, and she's got something else, and it's just all this stuff that she keeps getting from these people. I felt bad, and I also felt like it's just awkward. So I told my daughter, why don't you give it to the girl for her birthday? So my daughter was like, oh, okay. And she didn't know what it was. So she gives it to her. She's like, happy birthday. And this girl's like, and she starts bawling, holding this guitar pick thing. And then her sister starts bawling, and then the mom starts bawling. The people behind us are like, oh my God, she gave her the pick. Now they start bawling. And before you know it, I've got like 22 teenage girls with their moms bawling around us, all saying, you're so nice, patting me on the back and giving my daughter a hug and saying, they're just like, thank you. And now they want the T-shirt. And, they're girls like, oh, take the T-shirt. And my daughter's like, no, that's my shirt. So now I've got to calm down because there's still a concert's going on. So I'm trying to move my daughter over to my lap, like away from everybody because they're trying to take her T-shirt now. It's like getting scary. So, these guys come out and they're giving her stuff and they keep waving at her, blowing kisses. Everybody's like, who are you? Who are you? And so my daughter's like, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? I'm like, no, we can't go. So it comes to the last song, like the very last song. And it's the one song that they use on the commercial, which is probably one of their most popular songs. I have no idea. And my daughter's like, Dad, why are they playing One Direction songs? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? I was like, I am it. They are One Direction. This is One Direction. And I guess in her mind, it was kind of hard to understand why these guys from the posters and the commercials are on stage. And I understand that because she's still like 7 years old or whatever. 6, 7, something like that. And so she's just like, huh? I was like, that's them. That's the guys on the poster that you hug and you're always trying to listen on TV. That's them. And she was like, and so she starts dancing up on my lap. Like she's standing on my lap, just like jumping now because she realized that it was the band she loved were performing, and we just sat there for about an hour and 20 minutes, and she didn't know who they were. So now she's dancing. Now they're all excited and, waving and, trying to give her high fives and stuff. And, security, they're trying to, like, they're coming off stage, and it was just so awkward, but it was great for her. She had a great time. She realized who they were, and they go on stage, and of course, they mail me like, hey, we'll see you later on tonight. And I was like, yeah, I got to take her home. And they weren't going to stay around to do pictures and nothing, so they just jumped on the bus, or I would have taken her back there to meet them because she didn't get a chance to actually meet them. But she got a lot of gifts from them. Then after the show, we couldn't leave because everybody who saw the Jumbotron or Twitter or whatever was trending that time wanted a picture with my daughter with that shirt on, the hairy shirt. It was like a aloha looking shirt. Of course, she didn't know what's going on, so everybody's like, "Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture?" So there's a line of people, these girls and moms trying to get a picture with my daughter. So I'm just sitting there, and now the train's going to be full. It's just going to be a pain to get back, and I'm just like, "Oh my god!" So goes on for about 30, 45 minutes. She gets all her pictures. She's, everybody's asking me who we are, why were they so nice to us, why were they coming up to us, and they're showing us tweets of things that of my daughter, like Harry giving her the shirt and stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a foreigner and they saw us sitting up front row or something. They just recognized me. Totally embarrassing, but it was a great experience for my daughter. And of course, I'll post a picture. I only have a picture from the restaurant, I think, because I didn't want to take any pictures. It didn't feel like it was the right time. Talking to Zane, we were deep in a conversation, like serious talk about a lot of things, his career, what was going on, and everything. So it wasn't no time. And then after that, it just wasn't timing. But I have the one picture. I'll post it. And then a few months later, they were performing in Springfield, Missouri, or St. Louis, Missouri, which I'm from Springfield. And I knew my nieces and stuff would probably want to go. So I called them. I was like, hey, I'm very sorry to bother you. Is there any chance I can get some tickets for my nieces and stuff just to come? I didn't even know my nieces cared, but I thought it would be cool. They're like, sure, Bachi, we got you. And they hooked them up with like VIP seats in the dome. I mean, it was amazing. My nieces will have to tell you that story. I wasn't there, but I heard it was great, and they really hooked them up with great seats and everything. And that was probably the last time I really talked to them, because after that, of course, they broke up and everything. And actually, I mean, the whole breaking up time area is when I was around them and stuff. So I knew a lot of what was going on and what happened and why. But that will be something I'll take to my grave. That'll never be told. I promised them that was between us. So yeah, I mean, they were great guys, and I mean, I still talk to some of the security guys and talk to them and stuff, and I wish them the best. I really wish I could meet up with Zane again, because I would love to just talk to him and just see how he's doing. All right, that's the One Direction story. It's a little bit long, not too bad, I guess. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure most of you don't even know who One Direction is right now, but the ones of you that do, you might enjoy that story. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.